Good morning and welcome to my Saturday. I'm at my boyfriend's place today. We got here late last night after doing a gig together, and we've got another gig later tonight in a marquee in a field. I don't know what to wear, whether it's going to be cold or not. Maybe I should take a little selection in the bag. Anyway, I've sneaked out of bed. He's still sleeping. I've put a coffee pot on because, of course, you know me. I'm going to sneak back upstairs and go and do some editing on Sunday night's vlog. It's not that late before we have to leave for our gigs. We've got to get there quite early and do a really long setup because it's an awkward space to play in sound wise. We need to be careful with the PA setup and everything. And I'm playing with somebody I've never played with before again. Oh, surprise, surprise, a drummer this time, a young lady who apparently is very, very good. So looking forward to that. It's going to be quite exciting. Oh, that's done. Right, I'm afraid we don't have a handle on this one. Yum. Oh, and if you didn't watch to the end of yesterday's vlog, the brown stuff is cinnamon. It's my boyfriend's latest non-insecticide attempt at deterring ants from his work surface. Well, I don't see any on there right now, but all in all, he has not been having the best of luck. None there now, though, and it smells absolutely beautiful. Ugh, look at that weather. I've just pulled the blind up, so I've come in the front room because I want to sit here and do a bit of Duolingo before I start my editing. It's a rainy all day. That's not going to be nice for our gig in a field later. Everything will be all mushy. Close that so I don't disturb him. So I shall sit down here on this sofa. I'm going to sip my lovely hot coffee and do some Duolingo for 10 minutes before I start editing. Right, I've done that. It's a little bit later now. I'm actually sitting on the spare bed in the spare room because it's just so cosy and there's this blanket and it's just, oh, I feel so soft on my bare feet. So I'm really enjoying that. He's making coffee, so as soon as I've got my footage on my timeline, I think that's about when the coffee will be made. So I'm going to go in and have a snuggle with him and do that for a bit. Do you know, I think it looks like I've got hairy armpits, but it's just a shadow, honest. Quite a long time later now. I reckon we sat and chatted for an hour in bed and drank another cup of coffee. I'm coffeeed out for the day now, though. That's it. I've had too much, I think. Ibby's actually cooking me breakfast at the moment. He says it's going to take 20 minutes. He's got some leftover potato smileys from when Izzy had a sleepover here the last time. And he said he wouldn't mind using them up. And I said, oh, well, yeah, I'll have them for breakfast with a couple of eggs. So that's what he's making for me now. But I'm going to sneak off into the other room and make a start on that edit because I haven't started editing it yet. And the weather is still doing this, absolutely peeing down, so it's going to be a bit of a wet, washy, outy gig, I think. Oh, I've had the call. I've had the breakfast ready. Call. He knows how much I love mushrooms. Oh, they're not smileys though. They're letters. No romantic messages in the letters then.
Well, you can make what you will. I can see my initials.
IB. Are we giving clues? Look.
Oh yeah, that's all right. There's enough variety there.
These are corn nuggets, by the way, vegetarian, sort of fake meat. It's 1:24. The rain's just stopped. I've just got my vlog up for Sunday. Yay, so that's done and dusted. It took me a bit longer today because I had to edit it all from scratch. I'm usually finishing it off. IB's coming up the stairs, and I heard him finish his fiddle practice exactly the same time as I hit to pre-publish as well. I heard him saying, right, that will do. He's been changing all his strings because last night at the gig one of them frayed and he had to change one at the gig, and I'm presuming, I'll have to check, I'm presuming the tone would be uneven if you had one new string and 3 old ones. You know, you want it to sound all the same tone as each other preferably, or at least have the ability to have it do that. So we need showers. I don't know who's going first. I'll find out now. If he's not going in now, I'll have a shower now. No, he's not having a shower now. He says he needs to sort out the PA first. He's got to get the bigger, older PA out for tonight because it's a bigger space that we've got to fill with noise. So I think he's using different equipment to what he usually uses. So that's going to take him a while, and he's going to get hot and sweaty, heaving all these big lumps about. So and I think he's going to he's probably going to check that it's all working in the house beforehand. People that do PAs have a lot of extra work to do for the band. And I mean, all the ones I know do get a little bit of extra money for doing it. But I mean, to be honest, I can see that just being swallowed up by expenses of replacing and repairing items anyway, let alone the extra hours you've got that the other musicians don't have. I'm not somebody who does the PA, but I witnessed the PA being done. But anyway, PA is the public address system, by the way, if you've got no idea what I'm on about. All the speakers, microphones, leads and everything that will connect up to amplify the sound. Right, so I'm going to do my shower now. And then my next job after that, in that diary there, folded up on a piece of paper, I've printed out some facts about the bands I've got to do the comparing for tomorrow. And I haven't finished my little quick bit of spiel. I need to put it in a proper order. I haven't, so I'm going to do that next. I've checked with IB about the fiddle strings and he says yes, of course. course. The brand new string is going to have a really bright tone, and the older ones, they kind of get dirty and a bit corroded, especially with sweat from your fingers, and so the sound goes duller as they age, and this is why violin players need to change their strings every so often. I'm mystified. I've been going through the clean laundry looking for clothes for me. Found one t-shirt. My cubby hole has basically not got anything in it that I actually wear these days, just old bits. So I'm in my one t-shirt. No vest underneath, I like a vest. And that's all I seem to have got. Well, no, there's one vest. There's one vest hanging up to dry in the hall. I don't know where it's all gone, because I keep like deliberately leaving stuff here. Well, it's a good job I got dresses to wear, but I don't want to put the dress on till it's time to leave because it'll get sweaty. I don't want it to get sweaty till it's actually time to go. House currently looking like this. Ivy's got a sweat on, looking distinctly harassed.
And then marching in to take their positions for the actual coronation parade.
I spied a couple of ants a minute ago, so he's still on the rampage.
But at the same time, all our operations continue worldwide, whether that's the continuous at sea deterrent somewhere in the Atlantic, whether it's our people that are deployed in response to Ukraine and strengthening in NATO. And you saw, over the last few...
I'm coming to inspect the carnage. That is the testing of the...
Nice footage, isn't it?
I'll go make your tea then, it's steeping.
to Buckingham Palace. Very, very special.
IB is running some recorded music through his speakers now. I've got a feeling he might be checking if all the frequencies are present. Yeah, I can't play it to you because he's got copyright music going through it, but he's got all his equaliser up on the computer screen. I was like, it's colour correction for sound. He went, yep.
Playing all the way back.
I need to go work on my little mini tiny speech now.
In the rain.
3 o'clock and all's well. I've just finished doing my comparing notes. It's very brief and very concise. I tried it out on IB. I was reluctant to because I thought he might make suggestions for improvement, but he didn't actually. So phew. He was very approving indeed. We are going to sit down now with a cup of tea at the table and work on our set list for this evening. We don't usually. We have repertoire to pull from, so we don't normally really decide, but we're going to. IB actually wants to today because it's a bigger event than we normally do. It's 3:30. We had our little set list meeting. I don't think we really made a set list. I think we just acknowledged we had enough on the list. We had a conversation about food which started off as don't want anything now to we're both hungry, we want something now. So IB's actually trying to put in the air fryer bake at home bread to make sandwiches with. So we'll see how that goes. We've got to go in an hour and a half. I'm feeling tired already and I haven't even done my warm up yet. Well, there it goes. There it goes into the air fryer. IB's actually getting excited for the gig, aren't you? And we're starting to put things on the table to put in our freshly baked bread. I'm loading up IB's egg scalter. I bought him this when he had chickens a while ago. He doesn't have chickens anymore. The idea is to put the newest at the top, you know, if you've got hens, a lay-in, and then you use them in the order that they came out. Oh, that's a very dark coloured one, isn't it? Looks like it's been on the sunbed. These are done, we think. Oh, bread knife would be a great idea. Lovely. Philadelphia. We've had our nosh, been drinking tea, and I've been questioning the wisdom of doing a warm-up now on my flute before the gig. The last few times I've been quite tired at the end of the night, and I think it's affected my playing, but I don't feel very warmed up. So I think I'm going to go and do a little 20 minutes and then get changed and ready to leave then, because we've got about 40 minutes until we got to go, and he's just about to get in the shower. Right, that was a very quick warm-up. I'm going to get into my dress now. This is completely ridiculous. I've got my belt undone. That's what that jangling is. I'm trying to get dressed, but I'm looking for my clothes that I brought, and can I find them? No. Are they where I thought they were? No, I'm sure I brought them in and put them here, but they're not there. What? Where's my clothes? IB thinks they might possibly be in the car, but I'm sure I brought them in. I'm going to go and check. It's raining. I better leave the camera. Yes, they were in the car. Thank goodness for that. Right, take 2 at getting dressed. I think we've wasted 5 minutes looking for those. It's no good trying to put on tights when you're in a rush. I had them on inside out and one leg was back to front. Literally, I had the seam on the top of one foot and under the bottom of the other. And there was like a twist. What's that? There's something in there. It's digging in me. What the heck was it? Can't see it now, it's gone invisible. Right, well, I'm done. I know it's not very glamorous look. Oh, you can see my shorts. Oh, I'm going to fold them up. Oh, well. I'm going with a jumper. It's a, it's a field at the end of the day. We're on our way in the van today. Well, you know, I predicted there was going to be mud and stuff to traipse the gear through. I present specimen mud. There was water here a minute ago. There's the water bit. Oh, there's the water bit there, look. So we're going to put the van out the front, I think, aren't we, instead? It smells of chips in the air. Chips are in the air. Do, 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 do. We're in. We haven't set up yet. Ivy's gone to park the van and we're going to get set up now. There's Dad over there. He's popped in to say hello. He's earwigging the sound check. We're all set up. People have mostly wandered off. Ivy's still having a bit of a play. Got some stewards at the end there. Look, Danny's head poking through the door. Got about, I don't know how long we've got actually. Half an hour, something like that. And then we're going to be starting. Might have a little sneaky snack actually, because it's going to be a long night. We're getting into snacky bag. We've got 20 minutes to go. People are starting to actually come in and get ready, even though they're ready. Which pickies do you want? You want one of these? I know what he wants. Well, they come from your house. Oh, look, he whipped his hand away then. He's like, oh, no, I don't want those. Those are dry and horrible. Well, I'm one-handed. Right, oh, okay. It's got all crushed from being in my bag. There's more coming. That'll do, will it? Kaylee's in full swing. We've just had our first casualty. I don't know if you can see that slime patch on the floor. It was a worm. It's now been taken outside. Got Reese tonight. Hi, Reese. Coming to see the other side of the band. Do you want to be in the vlog, Meg? We've got Meg on the drums. She's sounding amazing as well. I have to say, I'm coming around to have a look at it. She's got an electric kit, electronic boom.
Facing us on the three, and then finding in the four. Top turn. And then a left arm turn. Left arm. Just once around, and then change that into a promenade, and promenade them around. Best way you can right.
Having a little break now. There's a dance team here and they're going to do a spot actually, and Ivy was expecting someone to turn up with an MP3 player and say, can we plug this into your PA? Actually we have a double bass, a fiddle, I think something else as well. There seems to be two fiddles. So the guys are all like hurriedly setting them up with microphones and things at the moment. There's an expectant crowd waiting. My spare lead just came in handy for the double bass. Yay!
So you stay with the couple you're opposite all the way through the dance, but you may not stay in this position. Right, you lot can move back towards the middle of it now. Not too far, otherwise you're in the same position on that side. Okay, are we there? Riverside Gig.
We got about an hour left, I think, at the most.
And the left-hand star.
Yeah, they're enjoying it, I think. Ned's got them doing very silly things.
Go see their partner. That move is tougher on the thighs. So to your left. 1, 2, 3, and a 1, 2, 3, and a 1, 2, 3. Go back the other way. Right hand down. That's it. Right, we're going to be on the vlog tour.
Cheesy grin. Look at past 11. We finished. Time to pack up and go home. I think everyone's really enjoyed it, so that's great. Hello Kevin, you're going to be in my vlog. This is Kevin, aka Mr. X. Have you had a nice evening?
I have, yes, thank you. Excellent playing.
Oh, thank you. We've been dancing.
And dancing, yes. I mean,
Yes.
try to understand the lingo, they're all Czechs.
Yeah, loads of Czech people here. They were brilliant though.
They're pretty good,
Yeah,
yes.
really enjoyed their set. Thank you.
Thank you.
How was it for you, Reese?
It was an interesting gig. I've never played a ceilidh with a drum kit before, so
No, I
who am I
haven't.
meant to look at? Sorry, am I looking at you or the camera?
You can
Hello.
do what you like, actually.
You know, I'll look into the distance. It's really cool.
It's looking mystical.
No, it was really interesting playing a ceilidh with a kit.
She was good. She was listening.
It was great, wasn't it?
Talking about you, Meg. She was listening. She was really
It was really good,
sensitive,
yeah.
And an electronic kit as well. I'm not used to that at all.
Yeah, so I mean, so we couldn't really hear much. It was all coming through the monitors instead
Yeah.
of kind of live, you know.
Yeah.
So, but it was great, and it sounded great. And look, it's a ceilidh. As long as there's a good rhythm and a good beat, people will dance. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it was
It's
fab,
good
wasn't
fun.
There were some funny people in the
Yes.
on it. They were really
Yeah.
entertaining.
Lots of characters today, which is always nice. You always get that in a folk festival.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So they tend to mess around a bit
Yeah.
more. You know, in weddings and stuff, people are so scared of getting it wrong that
Yeah.
they won't really. But yeah, here it's great stuff. So yeah.
Brilliant work, Meg. Really enjoyed that. She was brilliant. I was just telling the camera you were such a sensitive drummer. You're really listening, and it was really obvious that you do that. It was fantastic.
I try to. I think that's, in my opinion, what like folk drumming is about. Personally,
Yeah.
You have to listen to the melody more than anything. Accents.
And Meg plays fiddle as well, so she's an expert melody person too, as well as being a brilliant drummer.
Thank you very
Yes,
much.
thanks for playing with us. Got to pull all these wires away now then. It's like spaghetti junction in here. My head's just rolled across the whole of the kitchen floor and landed in right next to Ivy's shoe. It's 1:40 a.m. I thought it'd be a really good idea, didn't I, IB, to call past McDonald's on the way back because I was ravenous. Turned out to be the worst idea I've ever had. We were stuck in the drive-through bit for an hour. It was absolutely gridlock. And I've just devoured, I didn't film it, I was too hungry, I've just devoured a McPlant and fries in the van. So poor old IB. He's going to have his now, aren't you? Anyway, we had a good gig, didn't we?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching the video. Could you please give it a like if you liked it, subscribe down below for more videos from me, and I'll see you in the next video.